Okay guys, we have two of the absolutely best smartphones on the market. The Galaxy S20 Ultra is Samsung's offering, and the iPhone 11 Pro Max is the best that Apple has to offer. And honestly, this one is $1,100, this one is $1,400. Both are absolute beasts and you can't go wrong with either one. So that's it, video over, bye! Okay, fine, okay. We'll compare them, it's okay. So, where do we start? We have two devices with huge, brilliant screens. By the way, both displays are made by Samsung, it's just that the one on the iPhone is tuned to Apple specs, and on the Galaxy, Samsung does its own stuff with its colors. Rest assured that both are natural and just beautiful to look at. Of course, Samsung likes to thin out the bezel every year, and we've got this very futuristic look with just a tiny cutout for the front camera, and on the iPhone we've got the more classic look with the notch and bigger bezels, which is honestly not that bad always, because on this one you will sometimes get ghost touches with your palm or the end of your thumb, while this one is kind of easier to hold, but these are small complaints. One huge gripe that I have with the Samsung is that it's a $1,400 phone that either comes in brilliant black or vibrant gray. I mean, for $1,400 some people might like to get something that's a bit more shiny, a bit more show-offy. I mean, it's a tech accessory, it's a premium tech accessory. On the Apple side, yeah, it's not super shiny, but at least you get gold, you get white, you get the new green, which is kind of mysterious. And of course, if you want something more subtle, you do have a choice of stealth black. And it may also come down to hardware, of course. But again, these are absolute beasts. We've got the Apple A something here and the Qualcomm Snapdragon 12 gigawatts of RAM. I don't know. Editor, just put a graph with the specs here, please.
No.
Anyway, how do they run? Well, very smoothly, very fast. iOS, of course, is fine-tuned by Apple to run on Apple hardware, and it will freeze all of the apps in the background, it will save resources, and it's always smooth, never choppy. The same can be said here, of course. Samsung packed a lot of stuff into this phone. We have 12 gigabytes of RAM, we have the Snapdragon 865, we've got a 5000 milliamp hour battery, and again, it will also run very fast and very smooth. And on the Samsung Galaxy S20 Ultra, we have a 120 Hz display. This means that it refreshes the image more often, twice as much as the iPhone does. And the animations look smoother. It's nothing we can show you on camera, but you know, it's kind of addictive. Still, it's not really the big selling point. Do you know what the big selling point of both of these phones is? The great cameras. So Samsung knocked it out of the park with a 100 times zoom. It goes up to 4 times optically. This means that the lens itself is a 4 times zoom. Then we have 10 times hybrid zoom, where Samsung does some weird black magic with both the cameras and the digital cropping of the images that it takes. And then we have up to 100 times pure digital zoom. Now, in all honesty, the quality of the 100 times zoom, it's not the best, but truth is that it's there. So that's basically a lot of headroom. Yeah, you don't need to zoom that much every single day, but it's nice to have it. Like when you go on a trip to the zoo and want to zoom in on some animal that's hiding far away in the cage, or you go to your kid's soccer game and you want to take a snap of that. The iPhone doesn't offer any crazy zooming features, but it does have the now default super wide angle and telephoto camera, and it does provide pretty good shots. In fact, if you put them side by side in a camera comparison, both phones go blow for blow. Sometimes the iPhone is a bit underexposed, sometimes the Galaxy does something weird with the over-sharpening or the overexposure, but in general, the overarching picture is that they're absolutely fantastic camera phones. You just have the zoom on tap on this one. And of course there's also the argument that yes, the iPhone 11 Pro Max does start at $1,100, but its base storage variant is only 64 gigabytes, while this one, yeah, it's $1,400, but it comes with 256 gigabytes of storage. Still though, if you go and get an iPhone Pro Max with 256 gigabytes, it's still $1,250. That's still $150 less than the Galaxy S20 Ultra. But enough of that. It's 2020 and we need to look at the bigger picture. What do I mean? I mean that every manufacturer right now has their own ecosystem. So
if you're going to be spending $1,100 on an Apple iPhone, you should have something else that is Apple in your home ecosystem, whether it be a HomePod, Apple TV, a MacBook or an iMac, something to connect this phone to, because otherwise you're kind of missing out on 50% of the Apple experience.
the same goes for Samsung. Like if you have a more diverse ecosystem at home, like a Windows PC, a Samsung Smart TV or any of their home appliances, you will find it easier to connect this phone to your stuff at home. So this is also something to consider. If you're building your own ecosystem right now, yeah, sure, go ahead and pick either this phone to be the centerpiece or this one. But if you already have some sort of a tech lifestyle, consider this. Apple tech loves Apple stuff. Android tech likes to work with third party a lot more. And of course there is also the investment side of things. Apple likes to support its phones up to 5 years after release. This means the iPhone 11 Pro Max will get up to probably iOS 17 or iOS 18. While Samsung does promise 2 years of Android updates post-release, but we have no idea what's gonna happen next. With all of that said, I'm back to my original point. Zoom on tap, crazy zoom, reliability, third-party, software, apps, services, games, incredible ecosystem. Basically, the choice is yours. Thanks for watching the video, guys. I hope you found it informative, if not helpful. Now, if you want to see me make more videos, please press like down below, otherwise I'll get fired. Also, subscribe to PhoneArena. See you next time, hopefully.